Welcome to Church of Christ Ministries by Carl. Please subscribe to the channel and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss one video that I post. Don't forget to smash that like button so we can get lots of views and spread the truth around as fast as possible. Welcome back to the channel, Church of Christ Ministries by Carl. Today we're going to be discussing Paul's ministry on the island of Malta. Paul's ministry on the island of Malta. Now, I am not going to tell you this mini sermon title until the end. So you gotta stay tuned to the end. So I'm going to tell you plainly, I'm not going to tell you the title until the end. Alright? So this is found in Acts chapter 28, verses 7 through 10. Acts chapter 28, verses 7 through 10. The first point is, on this passage here, is that it is not your fault. So Paul was going to Rome as a prisoner to stand before Caesar. And he had warned those in charge on the boat that he was going to sail on. Listen, do not sail right now. Wait until later on in the year so that we don't get lost at sea or get shipwrecked and die, because something bad is going to happen. Paul was a prophet. He knew something bad was going to happen. We don't know exactly how the Lord spoke to him at that point, whether it was gut-wrenching feeling in his stomach or the word of the Lord came to him or an angel spoke to him. But whatever it was, Paul was right. Okay? And so the first thing is, it's not your fault. Paul was in a place because of someone else's failures. He ended up on an island, shipwrecked. The second point is, it's just life. It's just life. So Paul ends up on the island shipwrecked. You can go back and read some more about the story on how the angel spoke to Paul and told everyone to stay on the boat. It's a great story. And but Paul is shipwrecked on the island, like I said, and the natives of the island were unnormally kind. And they made a fire, and it was raining. And Paul stuck his hand down to grab firewood or something, and a viper, a poisonous snake, bit his hand. And he took it and he shook it off in the fire. And so the second point is, it's just life. The Bible even says it wasn't God's fault that the viper bit him. The viper was just coming out into the heat to get warm. That's just part of nature. Snakes need warmth to survive. Okay? That's just part of nature. And so things that happen to you in life, negative things, they're not necessarily God and they're not necessarily Satan. It's just the way the world works. You know, it's just the way this world is orchestrated. This world, in many ways, is predator versus prey. That's what it is. And sometimes we get found in the mix of all that. We get mixed up in it, okay? So it's just life sometimes. And something unexpected may have happened to you in life, just like it does for all of us on different times. So the third thing is, point is that it's called typical humans. Typical humans. When Paul got bit by the snake, the people of that island said Paul must have been a murderer because he escaped the ocean and now he's going to die from this snake. Remember Job's friends, how they said he must have done something wrong to deserve all the things that happened to him? It's just a typical human response to people's tragedy to say, you know what, you must have done something to deserve that. And it's just the way humans are a lot of times, okay? The fourth point is the title, and that is, God can use this for His good. He may not have caused it, the devil may not have caused it, but no matter what, even when people fail, God can use it for His good. Because Paul was disobeyed, because he was shipwrecked, because he was snake bit, because it was raining, they ended up at Publius's house. And I would never name my child that. I feel sorry for him in school. I know it didn't exist back then, but still. Anyway, so he was named Publius. They ended up at his house. And Publius's father or father-in-law was sick. And Paul healed him. So Paul healed that man. So healing happened because of all those bad things. Then people of the island, all their diseases were healed by Paul. So lives were changed. So all these bad things happened, but God used it for good. And God will do the same thing with you in your life. You may not heal people. You may not save a bunch of people or baptize a bunch of people. But God can use the places where you are, that you're not supposed to be, because of other people's sins. He can use it to heal people. Okay? So that's my lesson today, my short mini sermon. Don't give up. Sometimes you will end up in places because of people's wickedness. It just happens sometimes. It's not always your fault. It's just life. And God can use this. Thank you. Have a great day. God bless.